We've crossed the border from San Diego County into Tecate, Mexico for a totally different take on low-water landscape. We're at Rancho La Puerta Resort and Spa. The ranch is a retreat from the busyness of modern life. It's a place to forget the outside world and open yourself to new possibilities. The landscape here is designed to enhance that experience. Behind me is Mount Cuchuma. On the other side of that peak, it's San Diego County. For plants, the growing conditions are exactly the same on both sides. Really hot, surprisingly cold, and very, very dry. Yet down here at Rancho La Puerta, the landscape is lush and inviting. All of this with very, very little water. This is a managed landscape, designed to feel like nature. It provides places to delight, to explore, to challenge, and to contemplate. Around here, this oak is known as the miracle tree. For eons, another tree, bigger, a taller oak stood next to it, and their branches reached out and touched each other. They formed a natural arch, a puerta, a door for which Rancho La Puerta is named. Rancho La Puerta was founded in 1940. In those days, it was a dusty place with a pretty much non-existent landscape. That changed in the 1980s when the founder's daughter and current ranch president, Sarah Livia Brightwood, got involved in the master plan.
There was a long period of time working at the ranch where we didn't have a master plan. And I was studying landscape architecture and bringing everything that I could to my work here. But the ranch was exploding. We had gone from being on the fringe to suddenly being the pioneers of a new industry that was a growing industry. And I found a remarkably gifted graduate student named Chris Dreyer. And we worked together on the master plan and began to create some order. We were really clear that we wanted to use native materials for all of the landscaping, which meant for us brick that's fired just off-site, just down the street, rock that's quarried nearby, roof tile that's made nearby, and that gave us the design language for the grounds.
As Brightwood ran into plant and planting challenges, she looked to Enrique Ceballos. Ceballos grew up in Tecate and at the time was professor of plant ecology and botany in nearby Ensenada. Ceballos didn't know landscaping, but he knew plants.
We had been buying plants from nurseries in the United States, but the laws changed and we could no longer import plants across the border. So we needed somebody to propagate and provide all of our plant material.
We're standing next to this beautifully kept nursery. Why is there a nursery here?
Well, because most of the plants who use here is not possible to find in a local market. Most of them was imported for states like mother plants.
As Enrique works in the gardens, he observes how each plant grows and which grow best in the ranch's environment. Those are the plants he selects to be mother plants and uses to make more plants.
That is one of my favorite childs because it's a clone who resists the irrigation and beginning to take cuttings from that particular plant and separate like a clone again and now propagate. That kind of things is like a gift.
Over the years, the ranch landscape has developed in ways that are both beautiful and magical. Wander along meandering pathways that lead, well, you're not quite sure what you'll find around the next corner.
A lot of the way in which we design pathways often meander. I think of them sometimes the way water would move through a landscape. We don't have a lot of straight lines. We like people to discover things as they go. We always flow with the contours of the landscape.
In the main gardens, 75% of the irrigation water is collected from sinks and washing machines, recycled on site and used to keep the core of the ranch green year-round. Leave the heart of the ranch and the landscape becomes drier and more sparse until on the outer edges you're in native chaparral. Zoning landscape like this is both a classic Mediterranean approach and a classic water-wise approach.
Rancho La Puerta has been shaped by our use of water and the availability of water. We started out with one well in 1940, and my mother's garden was watered by hand from that well. So as we were building new rooms, we were also learning about new water technology. And 25 years ago, we built a constructed wetland when 12 new rooms were created. And that water was used in the landscape. We've become much more sophisticated. All of the water on the ranch goes to a treatment plant on site. It's a mechanical treatment plant. And all of that water is used in our landscape.
Everywhere you look, there are pockets of intention tucked into the landscape. There are places to pause, places of surprise. It's a landscape that delights the senses and invites visitors to engage with their surroundings. Rancho La Puerta is a managed environment that feels totally natural. It's a testament to climate-appropriate landscapes and their power to keep us in line with the resources of nature. I'm Nan Sterman. See you next time on A Growing Passion.